Hey everybody! I just haven't felt like posting anything lately. Sorry it's taken me so long to um come post something for you. I have quite a few things, but maybe that was getting too daunting and I just kept putting it off because of that. I don't know. But I do want to share things with you, but I just couldn't get myself um going about it. Didn't have the gumption. I'll try tonight though. It's not that I don't want to share or tell you something. I just didn't want to do the recording and uploading and stuff. But thank you for being so kind and patient and understanding and allowing me to do things old school instead of all the bells and whistles, because there's people out there that never hear the end of it when they don't do all the fancy schmancy stuff and schedule them on the regular. So thank you, my dear varied treasure viewers, subbies, subbies, and viewers. And if you're just a viewer and you like what you hear and see, please become a subby because that part helps me a lot. And so does commenting, liking, and sharing to help me get to the next YouTube level of unlocking perks. I'd like to see how far I can get, and I can't get very far without your guys' help. So please help me keep going up and up and up and up and up so I can see what else is there to choose from. If it's okay with you. If not, that's fine too. I'm just asking and letting you know transparently that those are the things that YouTube is looking for. Is I need 4,000 cumulative hours and 1,000 subbies before I can advance to another um level of stuff, and I can't see if I can make a monetary go of it until I reach that first YouTube set goal. So if you want to help with that, thank you. If not, that's alright. I'm not forcing anybody, I'm just asking and letting you know that's how YouTube wants YouTubers to proceed if they want to try to succeed on YouTube. Um, it's hard going, long time unless the viewers are behind the content contributor. That's why I like to call myself not a content creator because I like to leave that kind of word for Jesus, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. These three are one, the one true and living God. That kind of word I like to leave for the one true and living God. So I like to say YouTube content contributor is what I am. And just explain why I'd prefer that word used when speaking about me putting up content. Anyway, this is the next shirt that my relatives gave me. You know, those 3 shirts and a hoodie, or was it 2 shirts and a hoodie? I think it was 2 shirts and a hoodie. I've worn the teal one, I've worn the pink one, but I don't think I told you that the pink one I wore was from this family couple that sent them to me. Well, I'm not gonna wear that again and say, oh, I'm gonna wear it again. I mean, I'm not gonna say backtrack and say, you know that pink one that I didn't tell you was what they sent me? Well, here it is. This is what they sent me. I'm just gonna say that pink one I was wearing previously was their pink one that they gave me. And then there's this one, an eggplant color, and we got an eggplant joke going on because my cousin M grew it, grew his first eggplant, and he sent me a picture of him holding an eggplant in his arms. So ever since then, I've sent him eggplanty stuff. So they're getting me back a little bit by sending me an eggplant hoodie plus an eggplant colored shirt. So I think that's why they sent me eggplant. Or maybe they forgot all about the inside joke and just sent me something purple because they've heard me say purple is my favorite color, and they might not know that. They might remember the joke, and or they might not remember that I only have one shade of purple. That is my favorite shade of purple, and that one's my favorite color. Not that I don't love this; it's beautiful, it's nice, but I'm just saying if they chose it because they think I like purple. Well, I do like purple. I love purple. One shade of purple is my very favorite, but every other shade of purple is like any other color other than my favorite shade of purple, and this one isn't it. But they don't have to buy me things that have my favorite shade of anything. It's the fact that they bought this, and it's nice of them, and other people bought me things nice of them. I wouldn't normally pick it out for myself because they bought it for me. I'd buy it, or I'd wear it. I mean, I've done that before. I've said to people I wouldn't choose it for myself, but because you bought it for me, that has sentimental value then, so I'd wear it if you buy it for me. But I'd let people know that. Like I don't like paisley, but I'd wear it if somebody gave it to me. Because been some people in my life that mistakenly thought I like paisley pattern based on something else. So they got me paisley pattern stuff. So another person got me paisley pattern stuff. That kind of stuff happens, and I'm very thankful for whatever people give, or if they choose not to give, that's fine. Um, Either way, I'm thankful for what comes through my door and my mail box, my mail box, my mail box. Where did that come from? My mouth, I guess. Anyway, it was kind of a fun ditty. Let's see. Oh, those boxes of chips that I bought, I forgot to tell you what kind I bought from Amazon. And it's a better deal than I thought. Because I thought I bought 2 bags for like 35 bucks. And I said, shame on you, Amazon, shame on you, Lay's, shame on you, the distributor. Well, I take that back because I got 2 in a box. So I got 4 bags of chips, full size, garlic, cheesy garlic bread. The contest winner from a ways back. 4 bags, full size bags. So for $35. So that's a good deal. And they're still wonderful chips, and I don't understand why Lay's won't put them back on the shelf. But I guess if they're making a better deal, giving them to affiliates that sell them through Amazon, more power to them, I guess. As long as they don't um, cheat out the consumer. And I thought they did at first, so I owe them an apology, everybody that I said was shame on them, shame on them, shame on them. Because I thought it was one bag per box for, 1 bag of chips for $35. And it turned out to be 35 for 4. So, yeah. I think it still was a better deal than I thought. Don't quote the price to me anymore for 4. I don't really know anymore, but it is a better deal than what I thought. And so I take back the shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. It's no longer shame on them, because when I first got the price, I thought for 2 bags of chips, it's this amount of money. I think it was in the 72s or something. like $35 a bag, or so I thought. And that was when I said something like shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. But if it's 35 for 2 bags in a box, that is doable for a collectible food item. So yeah, but I'm not collecting them. I'm eating those puppies. They're still good. So let's see what else. Oh, I have a recipe. Thin pork chops, bone in, cook 3 to 4 minutes each side. Be careful to watch. Make sure the fat is all caramelized and not translucent, white, or just obviously looking flimsy fat. That's whitish or translucentish. Make sure it's caramelized fat if there's any fat. But on the thin pork chops with bone in, there shouldn't be too much fat. But if there is fat around the rim, just after you do this 3 to 4 minutes on each side, go around the edge to get rid of the translucent, flimsy fat. But if it's caramelized fat, leave it. It's good and there won't be too much for your system to handle if you don't overdo this recipe. Because anything in excess can do you harm if you eat too much of it. But the rest of the recipe is to dredge it in flour, and I chose unbleached flour, so unbleached flour is my suggestion, and egg wash. Give it a dunk or a dredge, an egg wash, but only once since they're so small and it still makes them brown, because it's just gonna drip off and cake on too much if you have too much of the items on the coating in the cooking process. And I wanted to have I had eggs and what's the other thing it was dredged in? Gosh, I forget already. That's what the bad part about waiting to do videos is you forget the steps. Okay, there was egg and flour. That was it that I had on hand. But I'd like another, like buttermilk or something to dredge it in, or milk, to get the coating to stick even better. But um, start with the liquidiest thing you got, and then put the flour, and then put the egg. And if you want to put up with the extra gooiness of the coating to get a thicker coating, go through the dredging process again with your 3 dredging items in the order of liquidy first, because some of it's going to fall off if you do it twice. That's why I like to avoid doing it twice, because it avoids having the um, gloopy stuff slide off or roll off or whatever. But if you want extra coating, you gotta do it twice. So I'll leave it up to you, but it's good either way. And I could do this on thicker chops, but since I'm still on the ground and instructing somebody else how to cook things, and I can't see what she's doing from the ground unless she comes over and shows me the step or the process. And with pork chops, I don't want to do that. So I just tell her verbally what to look for and what to do. Oh, and the oil I chose to use is sunflower oil. Make sure you have a lid, and when you open that lid, open it away from your face and like towards the back of the stove top. And when you're ready to, almost ready to flip it over at the 3 to 4 minute mark, turn off the heat before you open the lid so it won't spit or spatter on you. The oil won't, because mixtures of different things cause oil to spit or spatter upward and outward. So make sure you turn down the heat, if not all the way, and put the pork chop in the oil before you turn on the oil, and just let it heat up that way. That's safer than putting it in pipping and popping oil at first, because that's when it's the possibility to get injured is at its worst, when you put a freshly coated pork chop into oil. So be careful. And then 3 to 4 minutes aside. I did 4, but it could have been even better, I think, with 3.5. And then going around the edge to get rid of the translucent fat portions, if there are any. And then let it cool off a little bit so you don't burn the roof of your mouth or anywhere else in your mouth. And enjoy. And then I have a smoothie idea. May as well give you a bunch of things, since I put it off so long and I've had 4 things waiting for you. May as well tell you all of them. Smoothie. I put a beet in mine, but I'd leave the beet out of this one. But it's baby spinach leaves, 2 mandarin oranges peeled and the slices plopped in, and chocolate milk. The chocolatier the better it tastes. So not dark chocolate, but dark milk chocolate. More syrup than milk. Even if you have to make your own concoction with syrup and milk. But there are brands of chocolate milk that are more chocolate syrup than there are milk, and those are the good ones, in my opinion. The chocolatier, the better. Not the dark chocolatier, the better, but I mean dark milk chocolate. So, what else in it? The healthy things, more healthy things to put in are some apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, cinnamon. What else do I put? Have Vivi put in those? And since I had the chocolate milk, I didn't put in the flavored water. That'd be a waste of liquid, because chocolate milk is the liquid this time. Instead, leave out the beet this time. Didn't have bananas this time, so no bananas. And no chocolate powder that I'd normally put in, because the chocolate milk was there. So I didn't have to use a lot of ingredients in this one. Oh yeah! One of my favorite cereals is Raisin Nut Bran. I eat that by itself also, but it's good in a smoothie. So, yum yum. Alrighty, that's the video I have, guys. My helper Vivi is gonna do, she's gonna be my legs on Friday, and I'm shooting for that day. Hopefully we can get the video done on that day. But a real quick video to show you I bought an air purifier because of my allergies, and I'd like to show it to you. I'm getting all kinds of good air quality going on in here since I'm stuck inside until I can get up above the ground to travel outside. So, okay, everybody, have a good night, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're listening to this. And while I'm talking, hopefully YouTube will change the speed of my lips, but my lips are lagging in the video, so I hope YouTube will take care of the lag. If not, please put up with whatever my webcam does to my videos, because like I said, I'm keeping it old school and not too fussy. And if something arises that I don't know how to fix, or I'm not technically savvy, and it just takes the joy out of videotaping if I have to worry about making it look like 85% of the other videos on YouTube. So there's probably less percentage that are as fancy as I'm thinking they are. So, but off the top of my head and in the spur of the moment, I just picked 85. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. My audience gets me and understands why I went backwards and back to old school YouTube ways. I much prefer it, and it's like much easier and much more fun for me, because I'm not technically savvy, or I can't spend money on the equipment or the songs, or I can't figure out editing a lot. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me do things how I feel the need to do them, to keep the joy about doing videos. Bye, and I hope you like it regardless of how it comes out. So I hope you'll love it, in fact, and enjoy it, and keep coming back for more. And thank you for understanding that there's those of us out there that need to do it this way. And we thank you for being out there for our videos too. Our kind of videos. I had my air purifier things off for a few hours because I don't have them on when my helper's here now, because she opens a couple of windows for me to get some oxygen. So I need oxygen too, but that dirties up the air again with particles and things I'm allergic to. So it's a never-ending cycle. I need oxygen, so I have to have the particles that come with the oxygen come inside, and then I have to purify the air again. Okay, well, it's not a third world problem, it's just a drag. Meaning, in my day, a drag also meant, well, from the 50s on that I've heard it, I mean, it's like a bummer, or, I don't know, I wish this wouldn't have to happen, along with getting oxygen. So drag has many. I don't want to start over just because of the word drag, but I don't mean it. There's one way that I don't mean it, and I never will mean it. And I'll let you figure out the meaning that I will never mean the word drag, or condone, or like, or, oh, don't get me started. But if God is against it, so am I. So am I. I'll leave it at that. And I bet you can guess what I mean. Rather than start this video over, I'll just take a stand and say there's one definition of drag that I will never get behind, or condone, or so I'll leave you to figure it out. But anybody that's old enough should know what I mean. Exactly what I mean. And that's exactly what I mean. And God isn't for it, people. And I know that a lot of my viewers know what I mean and understand what I mean. And I'll always mean it. Because God will always mean it. If He's not for it, I'm never going to be for it either.